Так, всех приветствую. Так, мы уже на финишной черте. Остался финальный рывок. Гаси тут планета, блин. Так. Так. Ну, звук есть. И качество есть. Отлично. Поехали. Добьем уже эту игру. Так, я вроде сохранялся. Да, сохранение есть. О, как красиво.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the
ё-моё,
Protectorate's
обязательно
large-scale rift
прочихаться.
anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. The Order and Auntie's Choice have sent their forces, as promised, but they will need to find their own landing zones. You may be without assistance as you navigate the station.
Так, союзники с нами.
The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station, hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
A would-be tyrant doing something tyrannical. Who could have seen this coming?
The Consul's motives are unknown. While destruction may be the result, it may not be the goal. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony.
Of course she's here. The past is future and all that. Well, I'm not trusting her to get the job done. Not like last time.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
Good luck. Ну шо?
No time for a chit-chat, dear. We have a...
Now's not really the time for a chat. You need something?
Soon the Consul will answer.
Just waiting on your orders,
To
Commander.
be so close.
Whenever you're ready.
The rift.
For a long, long
It's
time.
magnificent. When we've done what we came to do, it's finally time. I shall soon be reborn into perfection. Thank you for bringing me here.
Прохожу с обычным шмотками, считай. Без всяких легендарок. Так, с нами пойдет Инесс и Марисоль. Как самые лучшие союзники для меня. Ух ты! Нифига себе тут местность.
What in the interminable void are we looking at here? Everything that's been reconstituted appears maladjusted, imperfect, defective.
That must be the Providence. Were it in other hands, I can imagine the real good it could do.
Сплошные разломы. Ну, патронов у нас очень предостаточно.
Too tightly to the past.
Это оружие. Антис Джойс. Револьвер тоже не тетя. А тут дробовиков у меня. Ага. Кстати, интересно, что это за штука такая. Но она не дает крит урон. Ладно.
Investigating hostile. Not quite charged yet. Torpification in progress. Standing by to stupefy. Waiting for the threat. They're benumbed. Don't refuse medical support.
Well. Блин, снайперка-то, конечно. 270. 228. Сразу бонус улетучивается, блин. До 39. А если эту поменять? Так. Нифига, что такая разница? Что за прикол? Фига себе дэмэдж, блин. 264. Хера себе. Что-то поменять будет. Двести 64. Охренеть. И тут ваншот. Две 300, охренеть.
Activating energy transmitter. Check your scope for combatant analysis. Mitigating the threat. Pulvification in progress. Pulvificator at ready.
Trap still recharging.
Mobility interrupted.
Target analyzed. Let's
Red ray. Exposure eliminated.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Вот говно.
Plan isn't always subtle with its warnings, is
А
it?
вот это топчик. Ну, надо верстак найти, попробовать поменять.
What a shame. I reckon it's better he didn't live again to see this.
Ядро питания 13. А вот верстак. Так, создать. Это надо шусь. А, нет, это не пойдет. Это слабая винтовка. Так, создание. Блин. Блин, нет нормальной снайперки. Засыпай-ка. Блин, почему легендарная винтовка-то? Снайперская. Какой-то фракции непонятной принадлежит. А, что, упал, что ли? Ой-ой. Все, я вижу. Ладно, эту хер с ним. А не полутаем мы. Это что такое? Чё за луч смерти?
Without the rift modulator, I doubt we'd make much progress here.
Attention! This
Говорит тетя Клео.
per our agreement,
О, тетя
choice support ship
Клео прислала подмогу.
the contingency plan and the upper hand are headed your way. Order forces are on a similar trajectory.
You persuaded the leaders of two warring groups to help us here today. Good work. Never could have done it myself.
Да, со мной два крупных фракции.
You suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Командир. Так. Дробовик надо взять. Увеличит урон. Вот этот дробовичок хороший. Погнали. А что там внизу, кстати? Сейчас проверю. Вон какой-то разлом. Ты. Без... Блин, ничего... Да, блин. Ничего полезного. Я и так пробежал. Так что можно забить на него. Я думал, там что-то внизу, может, ценное есть. Поискать Деврис. Воссоединиться с союзниками. Кстати, Деврис, походу, здесь тоже.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Аптечка. Опа, секрет. Инженерия 13. Господи, господи. За что так ограничили? Ну вот облом. Походу туда никак не попасть. А? Сквозь стену взял. Ну ладно, чё. Нет так нет. У меня не все навыки, к сожалению. Их нереально вкачать. Это Августина де Врис.
Consider this a recording for posterity. The Council of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. And for that, I am sorry.
I'm sorry. Мусорщик. Винты, пружины, шестерни. Короче, Августину де Врис мы не увидим. Продолжение матриарха. Ё-моё. Компромат на матриарха. Короче, очередной эксперимент. Так, я вроде все тут обыскал. Чем Деврис нигде нет. Направляется на провидение. Тут у меня еще БФГ есть, который можно испытать на каком-нибудь.
Are afoot.
Back in business.
I'm back in scan. Purification in progress.
Locking them down. Getting healed. Someone call for a medic. Happy to help. Discreetly. Activating energy transmitter.
Fix on their weaknesses.
Oh.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies.
О, полетели союзники.
That is better than nature.
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations!
Да блин.
Hold fire on our allies.
I'm back in scan. Standing by to stupefy. Energy transmitter active. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Raring to go.
And ready. Exposure. Underway. Functioning.
You're the one who forged an alliance between Auntie's Choice and the Order, ain't you? We got supplies and medical support for you up ahead. Law! These soldiers,
Assessing.
these soldiers look even more hideous than our grafting experiments.
О, подгон от тети. Лучше бы оружие дали крутое. Элитная дрена. Что-то, кстати, подогнали, ну-ка. Излучатель, дубинка. Да. Слабый подгон, но хотя бы что-то. Соединение с узником.
You're the one who forged an alliance between Auntie's choice and the...
Ауга, ауга. Хелен Паскаль.
Sound like one of the Rift Touch troopers outside. Something ain't right.
Хелен Паскаль.
Get away from me.
Опа.
See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen.
Фига, что это с ней?
You'll end up just the same.
Agent Pascal, calm yourself. You are not in your right mind.
Don't you talk to me like you know me. Wait. Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Oh, what's happening to me?
А я, кстати, помню ее давно еще. Наука и медицина не пройдена.
So it is you. Thank law. I don't understand what happened, Commander. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Law, I had to kill them.
Then they weren't too dissimilar from the troopers we encountered outside. This is concerning.
I don't understand what's happening.
Так.
Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
That explains it. She was left alive, just long enough for the rift to take her. That's why the reconstitution worked on her. To some extent.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened? Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you, DeVries. That it?
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true.
Да, это грустно.
Rift. That's right. We were here to investigate rifts. So why is there one in the sky? Why is everything destroyed? What's happening to me? And Sandoval? Jepson?
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute the station to how it was moments before destruction. That includes you. But it's failing. I'm sorry.
So I've come back from death to some, what? Some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? You can help me though. Right, Commander?
Может быть и поможем, не знаю.
Fix this.
А нет.
Boyd. This is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never fly in our ship. Never anything. Makes two of us. But maybe you could do me one final favor. End this for me? I don't think I can do it myself. Please. Well, I hate wanting to put guilt on your shoulders.
Pascal? Helen? I can stay with you for a moment, if you'd like. Might help.
Yeah. All right. I ain't turning down company. Goodbye then, Commander.
It's all right. This will be over soon. I swear it.
I'll just wait here, Commander.
It's all right. This will be over soon. I swear it.
I'll just wait.
Короче, больше нет диалогов, больно. Табельный пистолет, управление земли.
Law! These soldiers look even more hideous than our grafting experiments.
The Order thanks you for your tactful negotiations with Auntie's Choice. Supplies are available as part of the proceeding.
All supplies and medical attention are available to you, Commander. Please, proceed.
Are you in need of any weapons, armor, or other supplies? The presiding... We are most grateful for your role in reconciling Auntie's Choice and the Order. Please, the Order...
Получите помощь.
Initial observations just as any treatments or supplies you may require are complimentary at the request of our presiding. Very well. You should know initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Greetings! In what step? I say usually because Auntie has declared no catch. Well, it's all, tech. Oh, go ahead and take any supply. Oh, tell me, do you feel as terrible as you look?
Step up and take a gander. Such a moment calls for a once-in-a-lifetime deal, wouldn't you say? Remember.
Initial observation. observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Well, the ship doesn't look at all intimidating up close. Though, I got my questions about that rover they're sending down.
Investigating hostile
Oh wow.
intelligence. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Grab this record I have a fix up. Reviving me is strategically optimal.
Тут что-то разлом такой. Здесь ничего не сделаем. К сожалению, навыки слишком маленькие.
Couldn't the rift have brought back some janitor mechs instead? Violence. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Mitigating the threat. Purification in progress.
Mobility. Entry at termination.
Knocking them down. Mitigating the threat. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. You suffered extensive damage, Commander.
On the way. To the rescue. Sight unseen.
Back and scan. Purificator is charged. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Ух ты.
That ain't a normal rift. Normal as they can be, anyhow.
Is that plasma in its orbit?
Suggest we scour the area. Scientists here were unlikely near the caliber of the Order, but perhaps they left something useful.
Station by order of the Council. While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip.
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Нифига он дамажит, да.
Try to limit further damage, Commander.
Офигеть.
Consider self-preservation a priority.
Он даже не ваншотит. Кстати, можно его дестабилизировать, да. Так интереснее будет. Ну, либо это.
Craft's still recharging.
Уравнение.
Don't look at me. Numbers ain't in my purview.
Misunderstood!
Investigating hostile intentions. Threat detected.
Тут, кстати, интересный вариант. Чем просто проскочить разлом. Пружины, винты, шестерни. Металлолом. На-на-на-на-на. Металлолом.
Don't look at me. Numbers ain't in my purview.
А меня не смотри. Я не знаю, как делать это уравнение. Решить уравнение. О, у меня есть история профессора. Вам удалось решить уравнение, используя переменные.
I don't. Reckon we can input this equation in that terminal we found.
Нифига я умный персонаж. Уравнение даже решил. Это же incredible. That's incredible. Стелс. Мы можем без стелс.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Our pride.
Combatants.
Да, блин, уйдите.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Скрытие замков 18. Одного навыка не хватит. Или можно. Так, пролезем. Блин, да.
This is the Sovereign's office, ain't it?
It reeks of overcompensating.
Издевательство. 18.
Wow. And this fool had people hanging on his every word?
Там какой-то револьвер и лемак. Но мне не хватает одного навыка. Шикарно. А было медицину не качать. Стабилизирован.
Great. Now we can get through the chamber. And we won't expire immediately like our friend here.
Purification in progress. They're benumbed. Locking them down. Taking the fight out of them.
Let's get you healed. Someone's offering medic. To the rescue. Sight unseen.
Suffered extensive damage, Commander. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Vitals are in the red, Commander. We take that rover. All we need to do next is infiltrate the Sovereign ship, stop the console, and obtain the rift modulator. So, typical day on the job from here. Investigating hostile intentions.
Реконструированный пехотинец.
No welcoming committee? Huh. Should be simple unsealing the hangar at least.
Done. Экипаж исследования командования. А где люди? Никого нету. Пустая локация.
Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Intruder.
Reinforcements incoming.
Fine. I was getting tired of doing everything around here.
Mitigating the threat. Locking them down. Ready if you need a house call.
А тут мочила.
My favorite morally gray contractor. Join me. We have important business to discuss. Come, quickly now.
Это космос.
Better get a move on before this ramshackle sprattle of a station falls apart. Hustle up to the science wing. Get the rift modulator. Better get a move on before this ramshackle sprattle of a station falls apart. Hustle up to the science wing. Get the rift modulator. I'll talk at you later.
Хотя с телом бегает. Фейковые двери.
If you must replace lost equipment, please submit proof of punishment. Unit does not accept blood. Please make a request. Display.
Кинетическая электрическая винтовка. +76. Во, вот это лучше, кстати. Аж с 3 улучшениями. Кинетическая. О, 80. О, нифига. Это имба оружие. Получается новая мета.
Better get a move on. Before this ramshackle sprackle of a station falls apart. Hustle up to the science wing. Get the rift modulator. I'm ratcheting up my energy transfer.
Please keep. How might this unit bolster or reduce your current?
Доктор. Автоматон хиллер, точнее. Бонусов нету. Бонусов нету.
Yeah, you know, I'd really rather not deal with any of that. Can we try the elevator?
Инженерия 13.
Today's battle cry.
Investigating hostile intentions. Standing by to stupefy.
All charged up.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Back in business.
Do try to limit further damage, Commander. Energy trap still recharging.
Out of sight and on the way.
Someone's off for a medic. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Thank you. Yeah. Stun weapon ready.
Торжественная музыка играет.
I'll handle this. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Identification in progress.
We made it. I was expecting a wall of swinging axes, and maybe a punch to the face to top it all off.
Тут я пушку подобрал. Просто жесть.
Best to avoid combat if we can help it. Maybe you ought to look around for some credentials.
Вскрытие замков 18.
I estimate there's a 73.47% chance it's nearby.
Will result in swift.
Блин, как знал, надо было до 18 доводить.
Did you not hear the intruder alert from the crew deck? This is a very poor time to be loitering somewhere you should not. You'd best present a very convincing reason for your presence, lest I order our automechs to smear you across the floor. Oh, are you a rift specialist? You should share your progress with Chief Scientist Montserrat. He's in the rift chamber. Here, I'll lend you my access credentials as proof of your authorization. Of course, the consul's vision for an idealized version of our it's my wife, you see. She's never loved me, and she chews with her mouth open. Montserrat asserts that this is not how the rift shall work.
Кто выдал всю информацию?
This trooper deserves a proper burial, not this. Damnable bastards.
Пом-пом-пом-пом-пом-пом-пом. Это пистолет. Ну ладно. Фигня. О. Еще один ученый.
Return to your work, my fellow subject.
Go about your business. Or do not.
Ё-моё. Нихера тут.
Well, the modulator's certainly bigger than a bread box. Fortunately, the ship makes a convenient carrying case. Just need to learn how it all works together.
Весело. Целый механизм огромный.
I received word that you were here. What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time, as a gander outside might tell you.
Жесть.
And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. I need the modulator for my own analysis. You can wait.
I apologize. Suppose I can trust you with this information then. Matriarch knows one more voice might help us out of this mess.
Our situation is far more dire than it may seem. There is no proof that Rift data can be stabilized or even edited. The Consul's plan will fail completely. But he no longer listens to me, which is distressing. I've prepared a report for him showing how the very structure of the modulator makes what we're attempting impossible. But I doubt he will pay it much mind. Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good.
It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow.
If he won't hear me out, perhaps a third party will have more luck. Here, use this keycard on the module over there. It'll allow you to download my report and grant you access to the control deck. I hope you're able to sway him. Because if you don't, we're all dead. The deck up in the control room. The console is the only one who has the means of controlling it, which makes your persuading him that much more necessary. Go now.
Go now. Написка самому себе.
Yes? Was there something else you needed?
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Да, дилемма.
rifts in deep space where humanity supposedly ain't been. How did they form? It don't add up.
Best table that topic for now. We can't do anything with the rift modulator yet. Not until we deal with the console. So, shall we?
This place makes my skin crawl. Might even be...
Yes? Was there something else you needed? Yes? And you're correct. Everything that I've studied has confirmed that skip drive usage directly results in the manifestation of rifts. As for why rifts are found far away from humanity, I'll leave that for you to conclude on your own.
Нифига себе. Ай, наконец-то. Какой-то ужас.
Yes? Was there some...
Unit has been functioning for 3.
Go about your business, or do not.
Полностью. Ничего себе.
Look at you, here before me. Surprised you could outrun these new legs of mine. They're what everyone's going to be wearing next fall. Well, I'm here now. Where's the rift modulator? No matter, dear. I see a data cartridge on you that wasn't... Did you find anything else of note? Wait, what? But rifts are caused by skip drive travel. Human-piloted skip drive travel. How is that possible?
Как is that possible?
You're the one in the dark. I'm simply musing aloud. Much as I'm intrigued by the significance of all this, there's no time to dwell on it now. We need to confront the consul. You might be savvy enough to talk him down, but his type requires a deft touch. You'll need to break him down brick by brick. If you're too adversarial, he'll simply shut down. Certainly. The doubt you cultivate up front will make him... And in case you aren't quite as sharp as you appear...
Ain't opposed to speaking with the man, but I reckon you're both in for a nasty surprise if you think he'll play by corporatist rules.
The more we debate, the more time we squander. We must resupply and shore up whatever defenses we have quickly. And if you've something to say to any of us, Commander, I suggest you say it while you have the chance. No telling what awaits us beyond that door.
Да, сейчас сохранимся.
We'll succeed in our mission, Commander.
Hope the console's ready for the grand finale. But just in case things get a little frenzied in there, I wanted you to know that once we make it out of here, I'm gonna buy you the biggest tankard of zero-G you've ever seen. Ain't heartburn I'm feeling right now, is it? No, ought to get back to our prep. Let's bring the fight to him, huh?
Seems like our mission's almost complete. Before we finish this, I wanted to thank you. Showed me I still had more to learn. You and this crew, this little family of ours. It was an honor to be part of it. May all...
I'd say it's been an honor, but, well, suppose we both know better.
Getting
now.
all weepy on me now.
Redactor Esmond. Very punctual, good. Don't take a seat, this will be quick. My sentinels tell me you have some interesting ideas.
Interesting ideas.
Oh, easy, no need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the right hands. Especially now that our partnership with the Order has become fraught. We may need our own version of their pacifying doctrine.
Oh, so I do have a germ of an idea. A less grand version of the grand plan. Instead of atoms and particles and such, it's made up of us. All doing our part, like cogs in a machine.
Interesting. A system where every subject believes they have a role to play. Enthusiastic obedience. Why, the Sovereign and I were thinking of this very thing. What should we call it?
Well, I'm not sure. It's still just a germ of a concept, of a hint of an idea, you see. It's a whole new way of thinking. A new model of society. Quite the paradigm shift.
Paradigm. Very good, Esmond. Say, you look frazzled. Troubled by your own thoughts. Why don't you report to mental refreshment? My staff will personally see to your well-being.
My staff. Так, Эмори.
The Sovereign was a naive fool. Consul, a scheming sprat with delusions of competence. Time will tell which was more destructive.
Прикольно у него кабинет, комнат.
When this rift business is all over, I'm going to bill someone the cost of my valuable time.
Never would I ever have believed Auntie Cleo herself would walk through that door. But I haven't time to linger in the novelty. Sentinels, if you would.
Do I appear like someone afraid of a few guns? Give it up, Emery. You've lost this war. Have some dignity. You're coming off desperate.
On the contrary, this desperate action is what will save all of Arcadia and rid it forever of trespassers like you. Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the good of us all. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not? I'll only be killing a select number permanently. The worthy, however, will be resurrected and reformed so they may reach their full potential. Open your mind, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal. Indeed. Rarely are there enough measures to keep the most tenacious of sprats from gnawing their way in. I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously tampered with our Vox relay on Paradise Island. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again. You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed, leaving myself as the sole custodian of Arcadia. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over you, over anyone, will be his in turn, even if he's not here to bask in it. For all your bluster, you seem more concerned with running your mouth than improving your performance in the field. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
You used the peace talks as a test run for this.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. Very well. Once the rift destroys Arcadia, We shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the Architect intended. Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our Matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed. It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on, tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner, seeing it carried out. Do not presume to tell me what is or isn't the truth. I was advisor to the original Sovereign. I know the mind of a true leader. This is the path Henry should have taken. Yes, of course we argued over methodology. Henry was always too stubborn, too focused on the past to understand the opportunity before him. I regret that he had to make such a difficult choice. That one of the Matriarch's heirs is not guiding us. But he needed to look beyond himself, like I am doing now. You just come and go as you please, do you? I ensured he would have a handler by his side if any assistance was needed. And I understand that it is, which is regrettable. But fulfilling the Architect's plan is worth the cost. Henry would agree. The people would agree. Tell me, do you have anything other than wild speculation at your disposal? Yes, well, we also lost the support of the Order, but can one truly call that a loss? We would have drowned already in the seas of war with the weight of their inaction around our necks. The same can be said for any subject who wavers. They are dead weight, and we must cast them off straight away. Once I win the war and leave those naysayers behind, harsh action will be swiftly forgotten. And once I provide for the needs of my subjects, I will have them forever.
Опа, уже больше ничего не нашел я.
Setting aside all the settlements that have been razed, lands burned, resources dwindled, all figures I'm sure you know, your folk have had no choice but to go begging for help. Their story is the same every damn time. They were abandoned.
No. It was they who abandoned us, the moment they debased themselves to ask outsiders for help. You are clearly ill-equipped to speak on Arcadian affairs, or of what truly matters to its subjects. I alone can give them what they need. You must see that. For every traitor in our midst, thousands of loyalists remain. If anyone attempts to move against me, they are merely announcing themselves as the chaff to be cut. And they promptly will be.
Да ё-моё.
What are you saying? No. This is a preposterous assertion. You don't know what you're speaking of.
I'm the agent who was sent to Horizon Point to sabotage the Protectorate's experiments. Some in the Order believe the experiments would lead to catastrophe if left unchecked. Indeed, if I hadn't destroyed the station, your ilk would have destroyed the entire fabric of reality. And I've suffered with that truth for 10 years.
You never suspected? The Order wanted to break from the Protectorate for years. The invasion, which we'd predicted long ago, gave the perfect opportunity. If we didn't warn you.
Then the Order's treachery runs even deeper than we thought. There will be swift recompense for this humiliation. Of that you can be certain.
Блин.
What could be more important than treason? Oh. Is this where you provide compelling evidence against my plan? Go on then. Let's hear it.
I doubt you've had anyone capable checking your calculations. You don't strike me as particularly thorough, or much of a heavy thinker.
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcadia and will not be spoken to like this. I am only doing what I must to restore this colony to what our matriarch envisioned. Free of war, strife, heresy. You must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted from taking what is owed to us.
Блин, он задолбал меня. Я уже устал с ним трепаться.
I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the Earth Directorate, or any other interloper, to claim to better know the customs of those they invade. Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours, and rewrite history to suit your own aims. Heresy!
I found her correspondence with the First Bishop. She explicitly said she feared the Arcadian experiment would end as all similar projects did before it, in a crumbling heap of hubris.
The Matriarch foresaw many things. To think that we were not set apart from lesser societies, it is humbling. And it appears we have fallen prey to the very thing she warned of. Yes, we have established that. But regardless of how I may have misstepped before, I am not in the wrong now. All your so-called arguments are pure hearsay. You came here claiming so boldly that I would fail, but you have yet to provide any proof. So where is it? What do you have? Bah, a report. The abstract means little when compared to reality. Look outside. Is it failing now? That's not true. Despite how things appear at present, with time, this station, all of Arcadia, and all of its people will be made whole. Yes, well, I find that man's attitude can skew results even more than a thumb on the scale. But if he's correct, as he quite typically is, I don't understand. Surely every step leading to this moment was in accordance to the grand plan. All the pieces fit. Either someone has made a terrible mistake, or this is merely a conspiracy to mislead us. And leave the traitors and invaders alive? No! Death is the only way forward. We can only be made pure from the ashes, despite whatever supposed proof you have to the contrary. Claim? If you cannot see the truth of my devotion written plain, then now I see why you are against me so. But you are wrong about the risk. We are losing this war. It is inevitable. The victors will brutally subdue us until we become corrupted. Until we forget our principles, our history, the very core of who we are. It is better that we perish together as proud Protectorate, proud Arcadians. Preserving our purity is a mercy. More than that, is it not love?
О, 20. Ты зря я качал этот навык.
Even through extreme hardship and the tyranny of corporatists? Even if every aspect of the framework we've established is torn down around them? No. No. We have raised a stalwart people, instilled principles of the Protectorate in them from their first breath. Perhaps I must trust that they've taken our teachings to heart. There may yet be other ways to save my beloved Arcadia, but
Всё, наконец-то задолбал. Как долго с ним базар?
I surrender. What? Oh, by the matriarch. It seems we have a problem. The rift has... well, it has nearly destabilized completely. And the modulator cannot close it in its current state from a safe distance. Destruction of Arcadia is imminent. Architect, help us. There is. Though, given your tenacity in preventing bloodshed, I don't believe he'll appreciate it. A chance yet remains. We must bring the modulator as close to the rift as possible. However, when the rift folds in on itself, this ship and its operator will not survive.
And carry the two. Yes. According to my field calculations, I estimate a 91.61% chance of complete discorporation.
Oh, Emery, taking a page from Auntie's choice product testing, I see. We do try to avoid a consistent certainty of death, though. It's just bad business.
Let me be clear. I am not placing this burden upon your shoulders. This was my doing. And so it is my responsibility to set things right. I will give you time to vacate the ship. When you are clear, I will fly it into the rift myself. You are right. Arcadia will find its way without me. Think what you wish of me, but this is my responsibility. And that is something I will never shirk from.
I will accompany him and ensure all goes as planned. It's only right that I complete the very mission I came here for. Your goal here is the same as mine. Do not mistake that. But if this is an order, I will comply.
Now go. Make what's left of your existence count.
Ooh, does that mean we're hitting the saloon after this?
Let's get on with it then.
Вот это хорошая концовка.
So end, when the Consul was faced with the undeniable errors in his logic, he chose to save Arcadia by closing the rift himself. He died hoping his sacrifice might make up for the disastrous decisions he had made. Thanks to the Commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox Station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's choice. For his outside-the-box thinking and innovative propaganda techniques, D.B. Milverstreet was promoted, while rival Officer Carr seethed at her lack of upward mobility, or even bronze-tier executive benefits. Vigilant Hogarth, now acclimated to Fairfield, leaned on the Protectorate ideals of neighborliness. while overlooking all the authoritarian tactics, so he might help the Order to succeed with the equation. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wiley's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. Seer Wiley fled the Order and sought refuge in a backwater Arcadian town to contemplate his failings. As word of the ex-seer's arrival spread, people lined up for predictions. Forsaking the math that failed him, he offered obvious yet effective advice instead. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Val continued to serve the commander of the Incognito faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Inez's convincing appeals to the press earned her clout in reforming Auntie's Choice's cruel grafting program. Yet it was a constant struggle, rife with red tape and pushback from program executives. This was Inez's new battle, one she would fight for the rest of her life. Utilizing what he learned alongside the commander, Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. But with no authority figure to lead its subjects, the Protectorate was a shell of its former self. After thoughtful cogitation and calculation, Marisol slowly began to reject violence as the sole method for eliminating random variables. Not coincidentally, her social calendar began filling up. After Azza disbanded the Glorious Dawn, its members quietly tried to resume lives forever disrupted by the Arcadian conflict. As the cult's murderous legacy faded, average colonist life expectancy increased by 0.23%. With the modulator schematics shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's Choice and the Order's partnership remained
Вот эти космосы сохранили партнерство.
constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived. Auntie Cleo went through the motions of accommodating the Order, yet privately aspired to keep free trade anything but free. She began a new initiative. Any corporation or government that refused her trade conditions was promptly dealt with, either via takeover or strategic use of rifts. Auntie made her first public appearance in years, inspiring a fashion trend in bubble helmets. In no time at all, she won more public support than Ruth, which she sought to use as leverage when the time was right. Unable to acquire the chemicals needed for the process, Ruth Bassar nevertheless attempted to interface with the archive and died immediately. Her success in future interfacing attempts and led the Order in a much more cautious direction, delaying their progress for at least a century. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order and Auntie's Choice bickered over what to do with him. They ultimately decided to announce his death, while letting him live the rest of his addled days behind closed doors aboard the undisputed claim. Until one day, Amos stumbled upon the Sovereign's private quarters and freed him, rocking the colony with a brief scandal. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. The dangerous experimental research of Marisol's contact from Point Obviation lived on, with a Seer predicted 11.9% probability of yielding a universe-ending catastrophe. Meanwhile, an entrepreneurial work group of chemistricians unveiled a new flavor of Purple Berry Crunch. The rift compromise between the Order and Auntie's Choice led to prioritized assistance for the colonies that agreed to favorable trading terms. The so-called Auntie's Loyalty Program tripled the corporation's net worth. Meanwhile, the Order was able to sermonize their version of scientism alongside Auntie's marketing and PR onslaught, at least to colonies in Auntie's Loyalty Program. Many outside died because their rifts weren't closed in time. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Да, забавная череда событий. В принципе, пойдет игра. На разок нормально. Обсидианов, в принципе, ничего другого ты не ожидаешь. Так что, ребята, всем огромное спасибо. Всем огромное спасибо, кто-то будет смотреть финал. В общем, увидимся на next игре Ninja Gaiden 2. И берегите себя. До скорых встреч.